we can get him camel milk to encourage him to continue with that mentorship. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Chiradige. Before I grant you the point of order, Senator Chiradige, it's good you practice before you come to the House, but you are cautioned against practicing like a night runner, lest those issues arise during the day after the night running. What is your point of order, Senator Boni?
Yes, Madam Speaker, I very well understand the concerns of the Senator for Nandi. But the communication you made, which explained that the Minister for Sports was not able to make it this morning, was not your position as the Speaker this morning. You are guided by the decision of the House Business Committee. Mr. Speaker, whereas the Senator is free to say all the things he said, if the Senate Business Committee was satisfied and allowed the Minister to be absent today, Madam Speaker, I think it is overreaching himself when the member of Nandi then wants to use that opportunity to prosecute his concerns. Let it be on record, Madam Speaker, that the Minister of Sports is properly absent out of the House, and therefore he'll have an opportunity to appear before the House. Let the media not send the impression that this House is summoning the Minister. In fact, in the Business Committee, the Minister requested that he be allowed to come next week on Wednesday. Nothing out of this world. Ministers have got responsibilities beyond appearing before the House, and if the Business Committee is satisfied, they grant. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Point of order, Senator Karungo.
Madam Speaker, I have had an opportunity to work with the Chinese government, and the way they run their government, there is always forgiveness when you are an offender for the first time. If you just break the law, they will say, agree that you did this, so we forgive you. And they file that to your file, just the way they used to do in our schools, high schools. And by the time you break the law again, they will pull your file, and at that particular time, they will take the necessary remedies, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker. In regards to that, I think the CS is in order. You know, this is the first time we are inviting him to appear before this House. And when somebody says that I'm unable because of either reason, sickness, maybe at home, family issue, I think since it is the first time, I don't think we should be very harsh to the CS. Actually, we should try to congratulate him in the sense that this country is going to host AFCON, Madam Speaker. That is a big thing that has never happened in this country. It is history in the making. So we should not try to, summon the good CS. Let's just give him that opportunity. If he repeats the mistake, even we are told a mistake is not a mistake. A mistake becomes a mistake when you repeat it. So, Madam Speaker, let's just agree to it that he requested the Senate to indulge him, not to appear today, for him to appear next Wednesday. If he doesn't appear Wednesday, then we can have this discussion. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Senators, having had the objections, Senator Aaron Cheriot, majority.
Madam Speaker, thank you for this chance. This is a very straightforward matter. I think if I listen to Senator Cherargei well, he had two issues in his statement. Number one is the contents of the letter that the CS wrote to this House. And you are a member of SPC. You know, in SPC we had very serious concerns about the tone and the language that he used in his letter. So I want to assure Senator Cherargei that when CS Ababu finally appears before the Senate, before he responds to any question, we will first take him on the contents of that letter. So that's a separate topic. I don't have a problem with his failure to appear today because he wrote in good time and said that unfortunately I am out of the country. And as SBC, when we sat down, we agreed and said, fine, we will grant him the opportunity next week. The only other problem I have, Madam Speaker, is that there is an increasing habit by our cabinet secretaries, where when they are invited to appear before the House, they use very junior officers to respond to us and tell us, oh, I will not be appearing. What is so difficult for a cabinet secretary to go through his letter to Parliament and respond to us? Because when you write, we don't write to their principal secretaries. We don't write